Casey. I am a women's nutrition and fitness expert. Today, I am going to walk you through proper form and technique of the Romanian deadlift. So first things first, we're going to go ahead and pick up our weights, and we're going to stand with our feet about shoulder width apart here, evenly distributing that weight between our feet. I don't want to be back on my heels, and I don't want to be up on those toes. Try to evenly distribute that weight. We're going to turn those hands in, palms facing forward. Weight should be right hanging down right in front of you. Very first thing to remember with the Romanian deadlift is to engage the core. You're definitely going to want to pull that core in nice and tight. And keep in mind, this is a hinge movement, which means my very first move is pushing my butt back and hinging at the hip, down and up, engaging my core the entire time, feeling a deep stretch through the back of my hamstrings, down and up, making sure that my chest is staying open, slightly pulling those shoulder blades together to keep that chest open, down and up. One thing to remember here is try to keep a nice straight line between that head and that tailbone. Pretend that there's a broomstick that goes in at the top of my head and it's going to come out my backside as I'm bending down. So here, down and up. It's a hinge movement. Keeping also in mind, another thing to remember here is pretending that there's a door behind me and I'm going to try to shut it with my butt, and that's it. So my first move is pushing that butt back to help push that door shut behind me, down and up. I'm going to show you a couple mistakes that I commonly see with this move. This Romanian deadlift is weights are here. I see women doing this, bending too much at the knee. This is not a squat, okay? This move is not a squat. When you bend at the knee, that is working those quads. That's more of a squat. So no bending at the knee, slight bend in the knee, but the move is a hinge. Another common error that I see is women curling in their shoulders. So instead of keeping that chest open and up, they're tucking in those shoulders. Also dropping the shoulders below hip level is also another error that I see that can put a lot of pressure on that low back. So remember, no bending at the knee and no bending too far over. Another error that I see is also not keeping a nice straight line between that head and that tailbone. So you could be keeping that head up, looking at the wall in front of you. That puts a lot of pressure on that neck. So try to keep that line between that head and that tailbone. Remember, broomstick, going from top to bottom. So that is the Romanian deadlift, some tips and tricks on proper form and technique. I hope that you found that helpful. I am going to be starting an entire series on proper form and technique of various lifts. So please subscribe and follow, and I'll see you next time.